are going to mix it up a little bit. So we're going to, Michelle's going to go first and do, you were going first, weren't you?
Oh, well, I am now.
Yeah, you were now, right, okay. It's going to do about a quick 10 minutes, couple of messages, and Ian's going to go, and then you are going to then see me do my demonstration, or whatever it chooses to be, usually. I'll just go with the flow and see what happens. And then the last 20 minutes, half an hour, we're going to really just unwind and have some fun, and we're going to do some joint communications. We'll see if anyone's got any bits and pieces from their loved ones spirit-wise, and do some psychometry, and just have some fun, okay? Because this weekend's about you lot. It's about you reconnecting with your loved ones in spirit. It's about you meeting new friends. So, most of all, and my golden rule, chill out, right? And I'll speak to you lot in a little while anyway, and I'm going to hand over to Michelle.
Okay. Oh, I've got big enough now. I need that.
Yeah, I don't even know why I got this, really.
Sorry. Hi guys, a lot of you have seen me work. I do work the churches. The way I work is I like to give a quick message, and just a little bit of things, not like a big message. If you want a big message, you come to it for a private reading, because a lot of you come here for something, so I like to try and get round everybody and give them something. But as you say, we're not going to do that this time. I'm just going to trust in spirit and see what they give me. Okay, I'm going to come over to this side of the room. I'm feeling very hot and flustered, and this isn't me. I do pick up on a lot of people's feelings, thoughts, and I also pick up on people's mannerisms. So I'm getting this person would have been very hot, flustered, very all over the place, and that definitely isn't me. I'm quite a confident person sometimes, but this person would have been, and I'm staring at you two. I don't know why I'm staring at you two. At the moment, I don't know who this person is. They're sometimes they're out of breath when they're so excited and jolly. Just bear with me a moment. Okay. Like to drink. I'm getting a heat. I'm getting a heat coming through. Like to drink. I've got two passings in November, birthday in December, and a really important January anniversary. You can take. Yeah. Can you take all three?
January's mine.
Yeah.
And its partner. Wife.
We don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah, substantiate.
You can understand it. That's. I like to give you the message, but then I do like to know sometimes. But it's your personal. You don't have to share it with everybody. So if it does fit with you, and then I know I'm with you. Yeah. I'm trying to ask this person. He's quite a practical. I get him in his 50s. He passed over. He's not a family member. I get him as a friend. Very, very jolly. In his 50s, likes to have a little drink, and a practical joker. And I feel that he always paid the practical jokes on you.
Got an idea.
Okay, let's go and ask a few more. Okay. Okay, he's telling me the practical jokes that he used to play on you always went, I'm sorry, tits up. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to give it how he spoke.
That would have been his manner.
Yeah, that's his manner. He would always be, that's not me. I know it can be a bit, but that's how he would have, you can understand this gentleman. Okay. Again, he's coming in with a memory link. This memory link that you always think of is quite a sad time in the past. And he's telling you, just leave it there now. Just leave it there. It's time for you to, come on, move forward. Okay. Can you understand that? Yeah. Again, what he's saying, he really is enjoying what you're doing. Years ago, you would have, I don't know what you're doing, but years ago, you would have taken the, Mickey? Yeah. But he said, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And what you're thinking of doing, go full steam ahead.
Okay.
Can you understand that message? Yeah, and you can understand the person that I've communicated with and all the dates, and you can accept that. Yeah. Can I leave that love with you and try and see if I've got enough time to do a couple more? Or one more, or whatever? Don't stop me now. Right. Is anybody getting bored? Does anybody want to, because I'm just going to try and give another message. You've got to go, Jackson. Yeah, I'm getting bored. Oh. That's okay, because she's sharing a bungalow with me later, so we've got some jokes to play on her. Right, okay. I'm normally quite a nervous person when I'm standing in front of an audience or in front of a few people, because I'm not very confident at talking at crowds, but I'm quite confident at talking with little people. Okay, let me see where I'm going. I'd like to come to the very back, at the three ladies at the very back. Yeah, okay. I don't know whether this person is for all three of you, but I feel that they're coming in and she's jumping up and down going, yes, I finally got through to come here with you. I don't feel her passing was very, very long ago. That she's holding up 2. I don't want to put my mind on that and say it was 2 years or 2, but she's giving me the number 2. Can you understand? Okay. Sorry?
A couple of weeks ago we lost it.
Well, I'm not going to say, yes, that's right. She was giving me the number 2, and she's telling me it wasn't that long ago. So to me, I don't know, but let me just carry on and see. I know I have a sore throat, but she is directing me to my throat. There was a throat condition with her, and my throat is actually getting a bit worse now. There was a throat condition with her or somebody around her. Can you understand that?
She had complications. So.
With her throat. Don't make it fit if it doesn't fit, because I'm here to actually bring the evidence through and ask you again. Okay. But would she be the type of person to say to you, I'm here?
She wanted to come to speak.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Oh, I'm really sorry. Okay. But she is here. That's what she's saying. She's here and she's holding her arms up and she's like, I'm not going to jump up and down. She's here. Okay. I love it when other mediums start trying to. Okay. So she's really happy. She's going to be around you, and she's going to make reference. She's going to. Come on, tell me what you're going to do. She's laughing. She's either going to do something silly, and you'll know it's going to be her, or she has already done something silly, and you've gone, that's her. That's what she would do. Do you understand? Okay. She's making reference to the lady here. She's saying, love you to bits, you are just great, fantastic. And that ring has long gone. Yeah, I don't know whether it's the lady on the left. Okay, the ring has long gone. Right, can you just hold on to that for a moment? I might just get can I give the 5th? She's saying the 5th. She isn't giving me the month, she's just saying the 5th. I'm getting a May anniversary, and I'm also getting a passing in August and a passing in, yes, March.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so I'm definitely on with you. Okay. We had some fun times, fantastic. Always remember the fun times, don't bring any negativity back in. And she said, absolutely, thumbs up, go for it. Do you understand the message? Do you understand the first number? Can I leave their love with you? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Can I please walk up? What you guys seeing here, we can't prove spirit is here and come through. So I do thank you all for coming and listening to us. Thank you. Sorry. Can I put the hands up now, please? Oh, we didn't think of any more.
Okay,
yeah, that's
right. Right, what I'm going to do is Ian's going to be the next one working, so you're going to have a fantastic time now. I'm just going to go grab us all some water.
They're going to have a fantastic time now.
Really? I'm so going to get treated this weekend, right? So, have you got water?
I've got more thanks, yeah.
I'll just chew down.
Terrible.
Right, drinks for more, everyone. But I'm going to lose either way now, aren't I? So I'll sort of be stitched up and I'm probably going to get tripped up or something like that. How are you? Are you all well? Yeah. I'll try not to ruin that for you then. Okay. I've got Dad here, please, and I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go with this, but I'm over this side of the room. I might even be with you, my love. But I just want to go over here. I just want to acknowledge I've got Dad here that would have been quite frail towards the end of his life. I know I would have been in hospital, and I know that I would have had respiratory complications. That's how he's making me feel. And I do feel that I would have had either a lung or a pneumonia or a condition like this that would have either turned, and that would have been one of the things that took me over, please. And I feel very frail and short of breath towards the end of my life. So does somebody over here understand that, please? You do, my love. Okay.
It's not a dad though, it's granddad.
That's fine. I come through on the dad vibration, but that's Dad, please. That's Dad.
No, mum's.
Mum's. Okay. All right. But you understand this thing and him being quite an elderly man as well, because there was a hand up.
No.
Oh, okay. And then, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody else can take information, do put your hands up and we'll figure it all out for you. You can understand that as well? That's Dad. Dad, you can take Dad's Dad.
I can.
Right, can you put your hands up so everyone who can...
My father.
Right, oh my good grief. Right, okay. Let's just
Yeah.
Anybody understand the name Bill, please? Bill's going through my mind.
Yes, my father, thanks, Bill.
Right, okay. Right, okay. You as well. Right. Jack Russell with 3 legs? No, I'm joking. Okay. There is a small dog though as well. How is Dad? You're what, Bill as Dad passing?
No.
Yeah, my dad is
Right. Okay, so back to the right. Dad, respiratory complications, in hospital passing, lived a very good life here, very frail towards the end. Right, hands up. Would you understand that Dad would have been quite alone towards the end of his life as well, please? Dad, quite alone towards the end of his life.
Yes, he was. Yes, he.
My love, you understand that?
Yes, I'm on.
I can't hear you.
Did you say alone?
Alone?
Well, no, I have my mum there.
No. Okay, fine. Anybody else? Tony, are you still in? You're out, are you?
Yeah, my dad died on his own.
And you understand Bill?
Yeah, my father.
Okay. Would you imagine? Would you understand that towards the end of his life, he began to imagine and understand what life was all about, like things all made a bit more sensory?
Yes.
Because he just makes me feel that I would have either missed. I missed it. I didn't get it when I was younger, and it kind of all makes a bit more sense now. He's quite taken with what he says to me, a little people, and he means the children there as well. Okay, he's quite taken with them as well, because he finds it's a bit like a mystery or magical that they can do as much as they can.
Yeah, that's true. Very
Okay,
true.
would he have left one behind when he passed? It would have been quite toddlery, please.
Yes.
Okay, because I know that I'm just, and I wouldn't have been out walking that long or something like this, so I'm very small. And he just says that I look down. Okay, all right. Now, he doesn't really want to talk an awful lot more about that, but he says about the complications all with his lungs and his breathing and everything else. Okay, all right. Now, he says he's got a lot of love for you. He says there were gaps when he was here where he wouldn't have been around you. Would that make sense?
That's correct.
Because I would have been away.
That's correct. I lived in one part of the country. He lived in
That's right. I was going to put him in prison. Or doing a job. All right. Now, as he comes forward here as well, I know that he would have been quite anxious about the time that he would have been away, because he liked to watch over the family, and that would have unsettled him a bit. He wasn't there to help sort things out. Okay. And he says to me, my love, that when you were at school, would you have had, I don't want to say bullying issues, but was school a little bit tough for you there?
Yes.
Okay, because he's kind of convincing and he wants to kind of crack heads together as well.
Yeah.
All right, okay. But he said that actually school was something that you were very, very happy to leave behind.
Yeah,
but you weren't, but it kind of killed education for you. You weren't that interested
very,
in
very
it.
correct. Yeah.
Okay. But he says you've made quite a good career for yourself. That's what he says to me.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so you've always been on the right path for you.
Yeah.
So it's never felt a chore to go to work. You've always been quite happy and content there. So it's not like, oh, it's Friday and oh, it's Monday and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, okay, all right. Because he feels quite pleased for that as well. Because he says you've always been able to take care of yourself, and the way he puts it through to me is make good for you. Right. Do you understand why he's showing me? I'm just trying to work out whether he's talking figuratively or not here, but he's talking about race horses, please. Horse racing.
He used to work. He used to have a part-time job at the dog races.
Okay, all right, because he just shows me horse racing here. Well, okay, must be big greyhounds then. Yeah, you're all sacked because you didn't laugh. Okay, because I just get that sense there. But I also feel for you, my love, that in the last 5 years, life has moved very fast for you. Would you understand
correct,
that as well? Because you kind of sort of caught yourself on the way back there.
Yes.
All right, okay. Now, he says to me that you've had complications with the shoulder, please?
Yes.
Okay, all right, because he wants to send you healing for that as well. But he says you need to get your head a little bit clearer at the moment. He says you've got a bit of the monkey mind thing when your mind's all spinning around and around and around.
Yes, Michelle.
What?
Haven't I, Michelle?
Yes, my lovely.
Oh, okay, he just says that. And I just feel that I need to step back and have a little bit of that space and get myself into that place for me. Okay, he says to me that in the last 18 months you would have lost somebody dear to you, because he says to me there's tears for a passing, please, the Spirit.
not the last 18 months, but I have lost somebody, yes.
Which is very recently.
A couple of years ago, yes.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. Okay. Really, just makes me feel it's about 18 months. Okay. But I just feel that I still got to let go of a little bit of that. Is that all right? I know it's tricky, my love. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I know that he. The way he makes you feel is I feel fondly for you, so I'm not overly emotional as a man, but I'm close enough to want you to be well and to sort of nurture you along. Does that understand? So he comes along and he stands beside you here as well. Now he wants to put a ring on you here, please, because there's a gift of a ring that was left for you that you're either not wearing or that was given to you. You've got it, okay? All right, because he just says, I want to put the ring on here. Okay, all right, okay. And that keeps everyone close to you. You understand that? And then you feel that in there. Okay. Would you understand why he's showing me what looks like for me a location outside which would have like big fir trees or something like this?
Yes.
Okay, because he says that that's relevant.
Yes.
He says, and when you go to that space and place, that's good and that brings everything back together.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to leave this lovely and say, God bless you, thank you for working with me.
I'll be out right now.
Oh, you can sit back here.
No, it's fine.
I've got fat ass. Right. How are we all doing? Me all right? Yeah. Okay, everyone out the back can hear me okay? Yeah? All right. I moved one chair, now I've got a PO problem. Right, okay. As I said before, when I'm working, just chill, really, do what we like. Okay, before I actually start anyway, I've always got to do a random click. Usually so I'm not walking around or just getting pestered by people's loved ones on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, so if everyone just gives me a couple of seconds worth of silence, and then I'll click and I'll shut up and get on with it really. So. Energy's just been thrown all the way over there where you've got the little orange stripe on your jacket there. Blanket lady, right, alright. Right, don't mind me working with you first of all, okay? I've got a lady's energy coming in around yourself, okay? But as she steps forward, first of all, my whole body feels like I'm standing on the spot and I'm shaking with her, okay? I feel very, very timid, especially with her 3 to 4 months prior to her passing. She becomes very, very timid to the world outside, okay? I'm aware that my body starts to fail me. I'm getting about 3 or 4 steps prior to then I feel quite disorientated and quite dizzy, okay? Because I'm getting tingling running down this side of my head as well, I'm aware that her mind would not have been in the greatest state with her towards the end. But she was someone who always gave so much love out to not just the family, okay? She tried to help as many people as what she could. But she was... Right, spirit, this is one thing for everyone to remember. Your loved ones come through in exactly the way they were. If you don't necessarily like the way they come across, no offence, it's your loved ones. Right, but this lady, if she had something to say, she would have said it, okay? She would have made the world turn blue just to really get her point across. Not in a detrimental way, because she cared. And she actually understood that sometimes you've got to upset people to really get that point across, okay? But she's not much different from yourself. She's around the same height-wise, okay? But her character was very, very fiery at points, okay? She had such a strong will to her, but when her body failed her, this is when her mind started to really go in on itself as well. But she mentions with you recently as well, you went in on yourself. She's saying that you've struggled that understanding of who you're meant to be. There's like so much you've got so... I'm going to put this in the nicest way possible. You've got a little bit confused recently, okay? You've done a couple of odd things, okay? But yes. she just wants to let you know that you're going the right way. You're meant to make those mistakes. You're meant to do those things wrong, okay? She mentions September, but I'm around the 9th, 10th of September, okay? And she mentions that as a birthday, which is going to be close to you. Certain names can't be cast as evidence. I do apologise if I start, like, disproving your relatives, really. But they're making me aware of the name Joe, okay? So I've got a Joe name or the J initial linking around, okay? So be aware of that. But as this lady comes forward, she mentions that she's hearing the... I believe it to be the ambulance. I'm hearing something come into the house, okay? I'm hearing that my life force with this lady becomes quite quiet, to the point that people are worrying, to the point that people are starting to stress about what's going to be coming, okay? And she's aware, she can hear the ambulance, she can hear the family gathering around her prior to her then be taken to hospital, okay? She mentions that I'm only really in hospital for 2-3 days prior to passing. She mentions that that final photograph now resides within inside 3 people's homes. She says with you at this moment, it's a case of this change of direction which has been going on inside your life really for the last 3-4 months is the direction you need to be taking, and that means making those mistakes. It means getting things a little bit confused around yourself, okay? She also shows me a gentleman coming forward, but his eyesight was quite perished with him towards the end, okay? He was a funny character, I'll be very, very clear on that. He's got a good heart to him. He had a very loving way, but he was nervous around people in big crowds. He shows me that at times his own frustration, where he weren't able to deal with his emotions, came out in anger. Okay? He mentions the fact that he'd done wrong by certain members of the family. He also mentions that he got a little bit lost in his way of dealing with things, but he comes forward to say he's here and he's sorry, okay? He mentions at the time he passes, people aren't always able to get to him at that time, so I know that his passing became a little bit more quiet, okay? But he's saying that he's been around recently to help people with the stress and the worry they've been going through, okay? He also says, with yourself or with inside the family, I've got this tickling or irritation going on down here, but it's also stemming down into my chest as well, where I've had issues. It feels more like not a flu, but an infection around this area, okay? So I know that this has been going on. He also then refers to where I've got the pains running needles just in one arm. I'm not really sure what that's about, but they're just bringing that forward, okay? The name Matt or Matthew also becomes present around, so just be aware of this. But they refer to where I'm being shown a tattoo placed in memory, okay? And right, if I start saying okay more than once, there's only one reason I do that. Someone's not been in the greatest health around you, okay? There's someone whose health, spirit, not necessarily worried about, but they're giving that healing energy, is to notify me of that. Someone tried to have a picture of an angel, a butterfly, or something like that tattooed on, but it's closer to looking like a damn squirrel, right? So whatever this image is meant to be, it don't look nothing like it, okay? But they're showing it in this sense of, it was done with love, okay? It was done in that memory of that great love. They also show me where this is a past memory of someone who's still here on the earth, so don't start panicking that they're being whisked off in the like, magic chair or anything like that. And but they keep showing me that there was a time of worry where someone had to have their blood filtered or changed, okay? And this is going back on a memory link. But they're saying that times are better now, okay? That should make sense to you, and they're just saying they were around you at that time, but it was part of their passing to spirit which led down that path. That should mean more to you than it does to me, and more than it should mean to everyone else. But they're just saying that everything's happened for a reason to get everyone where they are now. I'm aware also that I'm suffering pains running down one leg, and this will also link with inside the family, so just be aware of that also. Okay, I'll leave their love and I'll leave their respect with you there.
I've got to get up and I've got to say you don't have that lady with you. No. That's my daughter.
Oh, okay, right.
So I'm sorry if I was laughing at the front, because everything was aimed at me, her dad and her granddad. So that's why I was laughing, and everything was spot on. That was the tattoo. I did have...
Does it look like a squirrel?
No. I actually did have a tattoo underneath it, so I did have to have it put over the top. But everything was spot on. Well done.